Good day. Today we will be talking about something very interesting as usual. Why do most people hate change? Or let's be more diplomatic, dislike change. Is change something that we like to interact with on daily basis, monthly basis? Or actually it's becoming sort of a dreadful nightmare that we don't like to interact with it at all? So how do you feel about change? Is it something mandatory or optional? Is it something painful or is it something comes with a joy? Before we indulge and delve in all these concepts, first let's define it. Change results in forces that takes us off our comfort zone. So in order to proceed with the explanation, we need to define what do we mean by comfort zone. Comfort zone is the area of psychological area, which is intangible in nature, but we feel within such area with total comfort. All our actions become routinish, no thinking about them, they just happen as an autopilot. Interesting enough, change comes to this zone, disrupt this zone, and as a result of this disruption, pain increases. Now, a critical question will come and pose itself here. Is change important? The answer yes. Because without change, things will become on a status quo, and status quo means no improvement at all. 2, change introduces a new perspective and experience. Because if we're used to do something in a particular fashion or way, with time, circumstances changes. And such change need to be equipped and aligned with. So whenever we go with this change, a new experience are introduced. And once this new experience is introduced, people will be able to experience a new reflection of thoughts, a new learning experiences. So if change brings all such benefits, why do people in some cases cry from change? Well, because change triggers pain. And we human beings don't like pain. We like things to be steady, safe. You know, survival mode, happily mode. We don't like surprises at all. And whenever you change anything, you within the puzzle, our mode, defense mode starts to be on, and immediately we notice that our survival becomes on danger. Now, change can be at personal level, can be at employment level, can be at relationship level, it can be at any level. Whenever we say change, we say psychological pain. Now, this pain definitely has positive impacts and negative impacts. Let's start with the positive impacts. First of all, it challenges us to always perform up to standard and limits. We stretch our capabilities. And we always know for a fact that because of change, we can prove our capabilities right. 3, change always comes by introducing a new perspective. Because status quo is like copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, but this does not mean that all situations will follow the same logic. So in this perspective, within this zone, we need to introduce new ideas. Before we break, the last point is, whenever we have change, it means that we need to have new tools to tackle existing situations. After the break, we will continue with the negativity of change and how this pain can be managed and tolerated. Stay tuned. Welcome back. We've said before the break that change introduces some benefits that we can enjoy. However, as the wisdom says, nothing is perfect. With change, pain comes in. Why? First of all, as a human being, psychologically speaking, I am used to a specific routine that I do on a daily basis. Any disruption to this routine will reduce psychological stress. If this disruption is more than tolerable, this stress will become strain. If this strain is more at higher level, dysfunctional behavior and response will be in action. So this is one issue of negative change results. Two, change also produces the fact that it forces us to think in a different way. You know, sometimes we like to take and apply what usually works. But if circumstances change, I have to think. And maybe not only thinking, but we have to think in a creative, sometimes very creative, or out of the box, or in a situation where I need to do something that never has been done before, yet in parallel and aligned to this changed circumstances. The third element that change actually pushes us to the limit is it always puts us in a situation where we don't know what will happen tomorrow, mystery mode. You know, in this mystery mode, it means that I know that things are changing, but with change, uncertainty happens, meaning tomorrow I don't know what will happen. Although I don't know what will happen, yet contradictory says, I need to prepare myself for now. So this paradoxical change between tomorrow, today, mystery, uncertainty, change all encompass them together by telling you this is the reality that you need to go through. Now, in most of the time, this reality is painful because we like, you know, survival mode, we like smooth operation, we like steady things. The fourth point which usually change triggers is in every situation, different stakeholders, they have different concerns and requirements. So if a change is introduced at home, for example, and we changed our apartment or our house, the wife will see this change from a perspective which is totally different from the children, which is totally different, for example, from the husband. And the interesting fact is that maybe the three different perspectives are, there might be an opportunity or a chance they're not aligned. So a conflict will start as a result. Or if we're lucky enough, they will align together. One last point about change is that people, when they encounter change, they psychologically, by default, routinish, subconsciously, they immediately think that change is bad. Well, maybe there are some negative implications to change. However, we are programmed to be threatened by it. That's why we need to understand the fact that change is something we cannot ignore. To conclude, can you avoid change? No. Can you prevent it? No. Can you minimize its existence? Yes. Can you adapt to it? Yes. Do you have a choice to live with it? Yes. It's up to you. It's all here. Good luck.